Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Coburn, and thank you for joining us for this month's edition of Training Tuesday. With me this month is Diana Patton, who has been PSATS's QuickBooks instructor for a number of years now. She has a full schedule of QuickBooks events coming up, both at the PSATS conference in May, but then before that with a two-part QuickBooks for Beginners class. We were talking offline about the more than 100 PSATS secretaries who participated recently in a basic training for secretaries and administrators class, and we thought scheduling the QuickBooks for Beginners would be a great follow-up for those folks. Why should they come to the QuickBooks for Beginners class?
I have had a lot of calls from municipalities with new secretaries. I'm actually really shocked at how many are new this year. So definitely the QuickBooks, if they're obviously using QuickBooks, is a great beginners class, because I've always been one that I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, not just tell me, don't just say, here, do this. And so that's what I do with this beginners class, is I start from the beginning, from how to create a company, into setting up your chart of accounts, working with your chart of accounts, and then going into all the aspects of the QuickBooks program as far as a beginner's course for it. Because that leads into an intermediate one that we're going to be doing in June. But with the beginners, we do, I show you how to set up vendors and customers, and why we have vendors and why we have customers and who they would be, etc.
So the QuickBooks for Beginners class will be a two-part virtual class that will take place April 9th and April 16th. Both of those half-day sessions will be in the morning. Fast forward a little bit to the PSATS conference, which will be May 4th to the 7th in Hershey. On Sunday afternoon, as always, Diana will be doing a tips and tricks for QuickBooks. What are some of the things that you'll be covering in that class that are maybe different from the beginner class?
Oh, lots. In the tips and tricks, I get into the nitty-gritty of the program, and especially now because so many municipalities have moved into the enterprise solutions, which is desktop, QuickBooks Desktop, which has many more features to it. And if you're not using it, the enterprise, if you're still on QuickBooks Pro, that's okay, because I teach a lot of things that aren't specific to enterprise, but I'll be showing things that the enterprise can do that the pro can't do.
So for people who are planning to attend that class, can they reach out to you or to PSATS beforehand and sort of prompt with issues or topics that they'd like to see covered?
I think you're talking about the roundtable that we're going to do. And with the roundtable, I would love to have people reach out and let us know what kind of topics they're looking for. The roundtable is just going to be an open discussion. You can come and just throw your questions at me. I'll have it live on a screen so I can go through examples for people. And definitely, I think the roundtable is an awesome class as well, because you do get all those random questions.
So the roundtable will be one of nearly 100 conference workshops that are held on Monday and Tuesday afternoon at the conference. So just to recap for folks, we've got QuickBooks for Beginners on April 9th and the 16th. That's a virtual class. Sunday, May 4th will be the tips and tricks for QuickBooks. And then at the conference will be the QuickBooks Roundtable. Diana, anything else to add for the folks during this month's Training Tuesday?
Again, just let me go back to that roundtable. If there's any topics that you really want to see for that, so I can come prepared for something that it might be a little bit more just not off the cuff, you can reach out to Kathy at PSATS.
Kathy Cronicks, her email is kkronicz@psats.org. Thank you very much for joining us again this month. Thanks for doing all you do for our members and educating them on all things QuickBooks. We'll see you in a couple of days for the beginners class, and then next month in person in Hershey.
All right, can't wait. Thank you.